Today, my subject heading at the beginning of the video so you know what I'm talking about. Life's pretty damn good. I mean, from the most objective kind of perspective you can think of. Life's full of events, isn't it, you know? Some are like really ecstatically fun, and some are really awful, you know, terribly traumatizing. But most of it's kind of in the middle, isn't it? You just sat down watching TV, having a poo, eating dinner, going to work, walking, breathing. It's all pretty average. And that averageness is decent. It's okay. I'll choose it over nothing, you know? Like, I'll choose being sat down on the sofa, doing nothing, over being dead. And a lot of the time, that's what I'm doing, you know? Just sat down, walking around, not doing much at all. But I mean, I agitate myself a bit, and I think we all do, you know, with a kind of thought of, oh, this situation could be better, you know, or I haven't got this, I haven't got that. It's all just various forms of this situation could be better. But life is actually awesome. I mean, say the real nasty happens, right? You go out one day, somebody kidnaps you and they keep you in a cellar under their house for about a week, and they take your fingernails off, they take off your eyelids, they use bamboo in appalling ways, and then it's finished, it's over. They don't kill you, it's over. You recover, you become healed, you know, you get new eyelids put in, and then you go home and you sit on that sofa and you watch TV, or you do what you do. Normality resumes. So there's a brief little, oh no, that's really bad bump. And then normality, this, you know, pretty much. And then it's our heads, we torture ourselves, you know. So, say if you go through that traumatic experience, about a year later you'll be sat on that sofa, and then you'd have given yourself this miserable little narrative, oh, I'm the victim, I can't trust anybody anymore, oh no. And I mean, in a sense, I don't mean the mocking tone in a nasty way, and I don't mean it, but I do mean the mocking tone, because it's like, you don't have to do that. You can realise that it's silly to do it, and then try and stop doing it. Or at least realise it's stupid to do it. But what happens with most people is they go through an experience of trauma, and then a Stockholm syndrome kind of takes over. You know, Stockholm syndrome, somebody gets kidnapped, they fall in love with their kidnapper, and they try and justify the kidnapper. So in this instance, the kidnapper is like the traumatic experience you had, and the suffering that you give yourself by constantly recalling it and worrying about that it might happen again. And then what people will do, if you point out that cycle of thought is a bit stupid, they'll be like, oh no, you can't say that. They will cling on to their suffering. They'll be like, oh no, how dare you negate my suffering? How dare you put down the trauma I've been through? I have a right to suffer, you know, I have a right to this pain. And yeah, if you want to suffer, you can do that. You can constantly reiterate these traumatic cycles, or you can see that it's stupid and try to stop. I mean, am I calling you stupid for going through that? Through constantly rebirthing the trauma in each new situation? Yeah, I am. But if you've watched my channel enough, you'll see that I think most of us humans are thick as shit, including myself. We consistently do what we know we shouldn't. We consistently give in to short-term gratification over long-term gratification. We consistently get trapped in these little ruts, and what I'm talking about here is just one of the many little stupid ruts we get trapped in. It's like, yes, you do have a right to your suffering. I remember one person I was talking to once, she was always worrying and stressing over all this stuff that she had to do, and it's all she would talk about, and she wouldn't pull out her hair, but it's the accompanying kind of action that you would think would go with that. And I remember telling her once, like, why don't you just sit down, write a list of everything you got to do, and then tick it off as you do each one, and whenever you think of a new thing to do, just add it onto the list. and then you can just go about your day without having to worry about it. You've already done all the thinking you need to do. And then she was like, oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't know what it's like to have gone through what I've gone through. And I was like, it doesn't matter. You're saying, you're acting as if you have a problem that you want solving. Here's a way of solving it. Here's a possible solution. Why don't you give that a crack? Really what's behind it is you're addicted to your own suffering. It's you that does it, not anybody else. You keep reiterating. I mean, sure, for the little couple of days or however long the traumatic experience is that happens, it's somebody else doing that then. But then after that experience, it's you that keeps recalling it to mind and keeps remembering it and keeps going, oh no, this stuff happened, if you hate me, and then it hit me, and then I lost my car, you know, it's just like, well, yeah, that did happen. It's not happening now, is it? That's something to be glad about, surely, come on. You're not in that torturer's seat having your eyelids ripped out, are you? You're sat on the fucking sofa watching TV, munching bloody popcorn. Where's the issue? It comes from our kind of need to socialise, and I'll talk about the socialising need in the next episode, maybe. Goodbye!